Alrighty, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on when you see this. And Hose is back. Alright, here we are. We are back with Genshin Impact as part of a, I guess it's kind of a filler thing I'm doing, but not really. I'll call it a co-joint series, as you know, like a kind of what I did. I guess before it was filler, but same thing. A filler slash co-joint.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light.
Malvika, stop.
And humans
stop
are the
talking.
same.
Stop talking. Stop talking. I'm sorry. So right now I should be using these videos as part of a leeway between me playing Persona 4 Golden. This should be because I kind of need time to grind. So just to be sure I have enough time, I'm putting these videos in to you know, give me some time while we are playing the game. Now, there has a lot been going on with Genshin. Oh, I guess like a fair amount, a good amount happened in Genshin while the last time we were here. As you know, we have Xilonen by the last time we played during Act 2. We have now Xilonen and Malvika now. I guess I say Malvika, I didn't notice that, but yeah. So they're all built. Well, not fully built, but they're built. They have alright stuff. That's not a great sword, but that's what I have. This, and then Malvika has these, and this is her set, and then the weapons, Wolf's Greystone, and 90. So, I guess I can show you the attributes here. This is Xilonen's, even though most of that doesn't really matter other than HP. And then Malvika this is her ratio. Alright, I can make it better. Well, I need more time. I'm still farming her stuff, so yeah. So I cannot talk about anything else right now other than I am recording this in advance. I have not even started Golden at this point, so hopefully I'm enjoying it. You already know if you are watching that. But yeah, is anything else?
Exploration and trial.
Shush.
Adventuring is right up my alley.
Okay. Anyways. So yeah, we are back. There are, I believe, 2 more acts now. Now, as I said before, I think in other videos, in some of these there are missing voice lines, but I think it's only for a few people. It's not everybody. If it's missing for everybody, then I'm not probably gonna do it in English. I'll go to JP or something like that, but at the current time there is English for both acts, I believe, so I'm gonna just keep continuing to play it. So the story so far, might as well talk about it. The story so far is we went ahead and we came from Fontaine, said farewell to it, and went to the land of Natlan, of war, it seems. So, first off, we head inside. We are greeted by a strange creature. Very interesting. And then we go ahead and meet Kachina and her tribe. Remember what's the tribe name? Don't ask me. It's hard to remember everything. There's so much happening. There's a lot of things Genshin. I have to remember like 5-6 chapters already. And interludes, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff. But we meet up with Kachina, and her tribe. And then she tells us there are games going on. Like, I forgot what they call it, but it's basically like a tribal games to be able to go down to the abyss. I don't remember what the name was called, but basically went down to the abyss to combat the abyss as they are trying to take over Natlan, something like that. So then we were introduced to Mualani and Kinich, who are people of their own. So there's like water, and then there's another one which is Kinich. More grass, but they're all kind of formulated around their animals, around our companions, I guess. And then they went through the whole tournament. We were watching Kachina's perspective, and in the end, Kachina actually won and became one of the 6 people to go down to the abyss and become like a basically a sort of attack team. Excuse me. After that, excuse me. I'm still kind of sick right now, so you might hear me sniffle or cough. I'm really sorry. I'll try not to do it in front of you. I'm really sorry, though. So after that, as Kachina and her team went down into the abyssal area, we were going to head and getting ourselves introduced to Mualani and her tribe, which is like the tribe of water, and her companion, which is, of course, water-based. So we were doing there. They were like hot springs area. So it was cool. We did some stuff around there. We learned a little bit more about Mulani until the Abyss attacked. They were about to attack that area, and we helped combat that area with Mulani. And we learned stuff about her and her, I guess her good friend, or was it mother figure? I totally forgot. Something like that. And then after, we found out that the team returned, but Kachina was not present. So it seems she has died. So what happens is, if somebody dies in the abyssal area, they can be revived in the primordial fire. The primordial fire, which is out here. I think I can get to it right now. The primordial fire. I think it should be lit right now. Yep, the primordial fire, which is right there on those sides, I guess, or up there. So you actually, Mavuika or whoever is the Archon can actually head into the primordial fire and revive the fallen champion. So when Mavuika did the ritual for resurrection, she was not able to retrieve Kachina. To not create panic, she tried her best to keep everybody calm, and now she was finding a way to try to save her. Now, to try to keep her, I believe, try to keep Kachina's name safe, so they have to retrieve, Mavuika has to retrieve their name, which is a tribal name. I forgot what everybody's was, but yeah. So to keep it safe, Mavuika had to seal away her powers. So this thing, she had to seal away this part of herself for a little bit, just to try to keep her safe, I believe. And so then we were trying to figure out what are we gonna do. So we went through a bit of side questing to try to find out how do we save Kachina, and how, you know, how rescuing names work, or, you know, the lust in the flow, or whatever it's called. To that end, we were able to figure it out. And so then we went back to Mavuika, and we went ahead and actually went to the abyssal area. And while Mavuika kind of like checks up on us, or tries to make sure we're all
Many
good.
insects have a compulsion.
Whoa, that was a lot of echo. As we went down to the abyss, we found Kachina, who was getting pretty close to being, you know, not very good. But back with Kachina in hand, we went ahead and tried to escape. But while we were there, we were
Instead of confining.
Oh my god, why are you talking so much about Mavuika? We met, I think, one of the original, like, champions, I believe, something like that. I think original champions or something like that, or the originators of their names, something like that. It's one of those things. So we were actually able to save one of them, I think, which is mainly Kachina's. So we were able to free it from the abyss, and I guess we had to remove the rest to do something to the abyss. Of course, we haven't touched that yet, but then we were able to escape with Mavuika saving us with, well, right there, with her motorbike. I think our motorbike showed up, but she basically turned a wall down in the abyss, and we could see the Colosseum here, but she basically got us out. And Kachina saved, and then, you know, now she's praised, I believe, Kachina. So then that leaves us to today, to where I guess we're going to continue the story. I believe that's where we left off. So we had a little celebration of Kachina returning, and then, you know, doing something of actually in the abyss. To the abyss. Oh, this is not where it was. So yeah, I believe that's all. If I missed stuff, you know, you already know how I am. I'm kind of bad at synopsises of the story so far, so I'm really sorry, but that's pretty much the basis of it so far. I'm trying to remember where we're supposed to be going, or where I was before. Not here. Where was it? Oh, that's not it though. Where was it? Where was it? There's somewhere else that we went. Is that open? Was it really over here? I know there's like a separate area where it had a little like tapestry. Excuse me. Is it close here? Maybe. Somewhere close, I think. Where is it? No.
Try and stop me.
Was it not down here? Was it in here? I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry. If I can't find it, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. Because I accidentally started the quest off, and it was only of Kachina, by the way, which she is not voiced. So, what's in here?
Rev the engines.
Definitely not in here. But yeah. So I accidentally started the quest. It was basically Kachina talking and be like, "Oh, hello again," and I guess catching up and then thinking about what we're gonna do or something. I something like that. But she wasn't talking, so I was like, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I can't remember. After that, I just got a blank right now. Let me see. Talk to Xilonen. Wait. Did we meet Xilonen yet? No, right? I don't believe so. I think Mavwika might have told us about her already. Well, no, she hinted at it towards us, but I don't believe we formally met Xilonen yet. I have no idea where I freaking talked to her. It was somewhere.
Rise with the sun.
Well, obviously somewhere, but here? Oh, here it is. Thank God I found it. Okay. This is where we found her. Kachina was right here, and I accidentally walked past her, and she was like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." So he's like, "Oh, do you want to meet Xilonen?" or something like that. I don't know. So now we're gonna meet Xilonen. So whenever Kachina will talk, I think Kanich as well. They won't be talking. So there's at least only a few people, so that should be okay. So let's continue the story. Sorry, that took a little bit for me to try to figure out. Now, also, before I forget, I believe we didn't use these characters. I kind of forgot to check if we used these guys yet. But I guess I'll check really quick. But we have a new team. Other than, of course, Xilonen and Mavwika. Let me just check really quick if I used any of them yet so far. That is definitely not who we had. I did use Farina. Crap. Shivers, and I used Raiden, which I have right now. And I used Klee, Xingqiu, and Kazuha. Ah, crap. I'm trying to make another team. But the only other thing is, I don't have anybody else leveled up. Okay, so I haven't used Benny. Benny's... But I want to use... I haven't used Janyun, but it doesn't really help too much. I did not use Nilo, but it's not really great to use right now. Mona? I guess Mona could work. Yeah, Mona could work, I guess. She's not... She is...
It is
built,
as
I
the
think, in
stars
quotation
foretold.
marks right now. Let me see. That's fine. That's... Oh, well, that's how I do it, but... No, it's no blind. No, it's no beast blind. That's fine. So now, who should be our last one? Because we also need the discs for, Xilonen so she can heal. Let me see. Put you guys back to where you were. I need to figure out what I'm gonna use instead of... Oh, I did not use Fischl. Alright,
In
we're
the
using
name
Fischl.
of the princessin.
Fischls is these. Some of these should be correct, I think. Oh yeah, I remember I fixed that. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. And what's Mona's again? I know I had her very weird before, but there you go. And then I switch these. I think her ult should count for Mavwika's. Anyways, we should be good. All right, let's go into the story. Sorry about that. Should have probably fixed that earlier,
Try
but
and
that's
stop
not
me.
Alright, there you go. But I'll try to keep Mavwika in for both Axe and maybe Xilonen. We'll see. I'm gonna try to mix it up, but I don't have any other characters to choose from, so maybe I'll switch the teams. Sorry.
Xilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name.
Wait. Never mind. I swear Kachina didn't talk. Did they add voice lines? I don't know. Let's keep going. I swear there wasn't Kachina voice lines. Whatever.
She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Yep.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
Excuse me.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
Yes.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Is there a difference?
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
Because I swear I just saw on Instagram where this happened. It was the English. And Kachina didn't talk. Whatever.
No,
That's whatever.
the
I won't
only thing she
complain.
said is that a new hero had pledged herself to
At least
the
we got
plan,
voices.
but
So.
we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just
I guess I
commenting
never
on my
noticed,
skills.
but her
But I seem to
her gnosis
understand
is
where
right.
the true difficulty lies now.
her
Are you
what were they called
upset?
again?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Not
I'm
gnosis.
used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things.
Man, I haven't said that word in a
Pyro
while.
Archon's requests are always
talk
difficult to
about it later.
fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time.
But Xilonen is the champion for this strike.
Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
Really?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. I mean, yeah, I mean, true. Oh, there you go. As you can see, now Kachina's not talking. I don't know what happened. She was talking earlier, but now she has no voice. Well, there's something going on in the VAs, so I don't blame them. So it's okay. Anyways, I hope, as I said before, I think, hopefully the VA situation is resolved soon, because it's happening, I think, in all 3 games. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure book. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name.
Right.
Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible. Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Xilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Whatever. I let it. Whatever. I don't know.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the
vision.
order of
I
my
forgot.
Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Excuse me. I'm stupid. They're called visions. I did not notice Xilonen's vision was on in front of her chest. I did not know that. As like a necklace. Or I guess a chain. Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other.
Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Interesting. We would need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6? Really?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Citlali.
That's right,
Oh, we've heard that name
Citlali.
before.
Sorry,
We
Citlali,
used
I
her
did not
spirit
cover it.
speaker
I mean,
stone
I
to
did,
find
but
Kachina's
didn't
ancient
get you.
name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
Oh.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
Alright.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us, which is obviously because we messed with her device thing for saving Kachina, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was, because I think, Truska, Truska, right? Yeah, I think so. Truska's, I guess, sister, had something. I'm pretty sure she said from Citlali, which is, or I said it wrong, but, you know, from Citlali, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her
okay, I was
spirit
right.
speaker stone being split into 2.
Oops. Oh my god, my
Great
coughs are
going,
really bad.
Moika.
I'm so
We're already
sorry.
off to a rocky
I
start here.
can't take medicine right now. It's kind of late night.
In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh,
Kinich?
let's ask Kinich
I
to
had a
deliver
feeling
the
it was
letter.
Kinich, okay.
He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her. Paimon sure hopes a How won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Yeah, how?
All right, Kinich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great. Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
The music's banging. I like the
Good.
music here.
We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Okay, bet. Now, I think if I was to pull another person from Natlan, it's either gonna be Truska or Kinich. Cause I kind of like them both. They're really cool, especially Kinich because he's like kind of gamey, kind of like Silverwolf was in Honkai, if you know. But Truska is also really cool with her big gun. But you know, that's just me though. Kinich makes his way over after some time. Okay, Kinich has no voice. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Master of Nightwind and convince Citlali to give you a chance. I'll also take the chance, this chance to explain what happened to the spirit speaker stone and offer her an apology in person. I'm sorry, I just came from Yakuza, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kinich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. Oh, it's alright. We're all looking for the sake, we're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan. After all, everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm. Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain.
Oops, it was Mualani's hero. I'm sorry. Mualani's not Kachina's, my bad. Oops. But I'm pretty sure you did. Somebody talked to Kachina, though. I can't remember.
The Pyral Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom. Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We are pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain and the stadium of the Sacred Flame. Okay, Capitano, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Because he fled. He had a little fight with Malvika in the Colosseum. His name is Ororon. Huh? What? It was Ororon? Okay. What? I already know who Ororon is, obviously, because I have his 4-star. I don't know if you saw it while I was scrolling. And he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. What the heck? I did not know. What? That's interesting. Well, I gotta see what's going on here with Capitano. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most.
And
I've never met
Citlali's lived
Ororon,
for a
but
long time. So.
if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I did do is the little Citlali Ororon quest, by the way, to get, I think, a weapon, I think. And I wanted the Primo Gem, so that's also something I did. I just didn't do the the birthday one for Nahida. I feel very, very sad. I think I was busy during that time. That's right. So in that sense, Ororon and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. I guess so. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as a leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Okay. Yes. If you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Icon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. This way we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Yeah.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you.
Whoa.
Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I head out right away.
Take care out there, Kaniche. I'll be heading back as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Alright.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Very well. Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Cool. So we're just gonna skip the time. Gotta do as much as you can in the 2 hours we got. I was gonna talk about something. What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, by this time, I'm actually recording this first before actually playing Persona 4 Golden because I accidentally forgot to re-download it on my Switch, so oops. Anyways, little tidbit for you for watching this video. Alright. Oh wait, stuff in the shop. Oh, is it? Oh, by the way, there's also a Hu Tao skin now, and I'm waiting for the Zhongling skin to come out. I want that one because it's free, obviously. But sorry, Hu Tao. Not gonna do it. Very sorry. It's not a new month, is it? Oh, I could do this though. I'll take these. We can get another 5-star weapon. Alright, here we go.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, she's in here.
Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
I'm trying my best to suppress the coffins.
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
Yo.
I have bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request.
Oh.
Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Alright. Where was Xilonen? Ooh. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so we're heading back to the Coliseum. Alright. Wait, what is this place's neural name? I don't want to keep saying just Coliseum. Stadium, yeah, Stadium of the Secret Flame. Okay, it's still close. All right. You arrive at the Stadium of Secret Flame. As expected, Citlali is not there.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Maybe so.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
Okay.
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
That's true.
Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell. I could tell.
So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that
Well, she
old
was
hag Granny Citlali, right?
gifted her
Does
power,
she
so
think
she's
she
more.
can ignore us just because she's famous?
Because Mavika was human before, so.
You all talk
You know,
about her like
she's
she's
human.
some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she
Paimon,
didn't want
shut
to
it.
come, she could at least let us know.
Paimon.
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants
Oh,
to get
Lord.
old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to
Oh.
Paimon?
Where'd you go?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Citlali.
Huh?
Wait, you're Citlali? You're Granny Citlali?
Eatstali.
Yes,
Eatstali.
Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny.
Yeah.
Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Well.
Oh, wipe
yeah.
that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Well, I
Did
guess.
I forget to mention.
I was gonna say.
she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
What? What? Okay. I guess I was gonna say Zhanyun, but she's an Adeptus, so I don't know. I have no idea. I was gonna try to say who else fits that trope, but of course, if you watch anime, you have a lot of those. Anyways, Citlali, I don't know too much about her. I thought she was old, as in like she doesn't age as fast as everybody, but I guess I probably am wrong. And the voice of Citlali is, I believe it should be March 7th's voice actor, but in a lower tone voice, or yeah, not so much as high as March 7th is, I believe. So yeah, pretty cool. I want to see more of Citlali to see, because I've seen some things just a little bit on Instagram, so it's gonna be interesting.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
I really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seems really unique. Oh,
Okay,
I
I'm
just
correct.
wanted to
I just
apologize,
needed
but
to
now
make
she's
sure.
putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little
Okay,
mad
coming
since
soon.
we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter
There's no hee-hee.
and was
There's
planning
hee-hee,
to
but no
attend this
hee-hee.
meeting.
Alright.
Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No? But, of course,
Oh?
it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Oh, sorry. She's definitely having
Anyway,
anime moments right
That's the whole story.
now. And that was our first
Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation
anime
anyway.
face on Citlali. I've seen a few. I think just one.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Maybe. Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Xilonen explains the Pyro Archive's request as well as the difficulties she's
I
facing.
see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander.
I'm still coughing
that
Mavika.
would be a first.
Mavika, not Mawika.
And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's why we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Okay. Is she holding my hand? Alright. Whoa.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds.
Ooh.
A weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
So that's obviously us, actually being travelers of worlds. she's definitely just explaining that, and now, you know, now that I guess she also has a feeling of that we're looking for something. Yeah, probably what she is. Excuse me, what was that all supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh?
Now, can you do that to Paimon? I'm very interested.
Paimon, is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo!
What?
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Oh, okay. Wonder what that would have happened.
Kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
So basically what happened to Kachina.
In that case, better to get rid of them.
Well, we've been through a lot. Thank you.
It was nothing.
Okay.
Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Night Kingdom, that's
not
what it's called.
exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But
Okay.
I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Ororon.
Alright.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your
We got our
investigation.
full share of Fatui.
If you
We're
need
good.
any help, just
Although
come
I
find
am
me.
waiting for Arlecchino to come
we'll
back,
be sure
which
to
I
play
think
it
she's
safe.
coming back soon, so.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues.
Oh, okay.
He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time.
What?
And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
Most likely.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
You just look like 20.
That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can
Oh,
count
good.
on us.
All right, then let's start by heading to where Ororon was seen last.
Sounds like a plan. Now, something else I want to talk about for Citlali. When I saw her drip market, I was like, interesting drip market for Citlali. You know, with that little pillow thing and the way her expression is. And then so far when you see her in game, it's very different. It's very different. It's very interesting. But, you know, we'll see more of her personality as we go. Where are we going? Oh, okay. So this is where he last was.
Try and stop me!
Whee! Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Jeez.
Rev the engines!
Whee! Alright.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with a Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Well, maybe it baked to a big expectation. Could you tell us a little more about him?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him.
Interesting. Left on the
He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
Alright.
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Do we need a device?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Can mine? I can see something. Let's
Here,
see.
give me your hand.
Oh, okay, so you can see it through her. Alright. Oh. Looks like pixie dust.
How about now?
What do you see?
Ah, I can see the trail now. Can't you see it, Paimon?
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Oh.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Alright.
Over here,
Let's get to
this
searching.
way! Citlali might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Do you?
But is my way of speaking still not
Why does
trendy enough?
our eyes look like that?
I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
Oh, so we can communicate with our minds. Alright, I was wondering what our eyes look like that. I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. It was all in my mind.
Was that Citlali's voice?
Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, it must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good
So is it
thing
like
I
a
found some
one-way?
helpers this
Is it a
time.
one-way communication, I'm guessing?
Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Because we didn't say that we heard Paimon. So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy. Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Citlali.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Oh, this is... Oh, they. Because I guess referring to Paimon and Traveler. You bet. Just leave it to us. Nope, yes, it's a one-way. Okay.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
I mean, yeah.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd.
No.
Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind.
Oh.
Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened.
Oh, thank goodness.
We've
I
got
was like,
to find
there's no way
him.
he would be a bad
fast.
guy. He doesn't look
Leaving
like
such
it.
a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there?
Oh,
Can't have him caught in the crossfire.
darling grandson. You
I've
just
got
called
to be
him
careful.
Brad. That's crazy.
Otherwise, he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
This is interesting. Alright, let's keep going.
Let's ride.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up.
Oh.
I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kaniche told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui. So given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Alright. You take left?
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one
Alright,
to
I
you.
was right. We're taking the right.
Let's meet up again later.
Alright. See ya.
Ororon. What the heck were you doing?
Oh, we're still gonna be able to
It's
hear her
one
when
thing
we're
to
far
trouble
away.
me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat.
That's crazy.
And off she goes.
See, she really changes her mood quite
Traveler,
a bit, huh?
did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways. As I thought, it's only one way.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Who knows?
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Yeah. Especially to our outer image. This way. Oh.
All right.
Oh. Bruh.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Okay, it's not more, but... Nope. There are traces of phlogiston here, but...
Did you find something?
I found spell traces, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
I'll be hiding. Hold on. Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Who is that? Eh? Huh? Whose voice was that just now? Is that Ororon? I heard his voice a little bit before, so I mean, I have no idea. Oh, we went in a trance, didn't we? Okay. Surely that wasn't like... Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. Okay, we teleported somewhere. Oh, is that a Wyub stone? One of the heroes? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? Oh! I think that is him.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Oh. Yeah, okay. That is
I
Ororon.
apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
There's been interesting conversations about him. I've heard online a little bit that people don't like it, and some people that love it and wish he was a 5-star. I was like, oh, what really interesting situations. I think it looks cool. I like his design personally, but I want to know more about him. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke.
Huh?
My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Okay, game. Why did you tell me? It's the captain?
Greetings,
Capitano.
traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
What? Okay. So Ororon meant to do this? But why? So you are working together.
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues.
Yeah.
Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Okay.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
Mistrust
If you would like to
Malwika.
hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Huh.
You
They
will
don't-
see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
So, I guess it's Ororon's thing too that he doesn't trust Malwika? Because surely they should have a combined action. They don't trust Malwika. Okay.
Hey, what
Malwika.
happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcefully removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Citlali! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine. I'm just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? Yeah, I wonder. I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Nightwind. I guess the Fatui? I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see what I can find out. Anything else. If I can find out anything else.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Alright. With, even though the situation is urgent, yeah, you probably said Ororon's words still echo in your mind, while Citlali continues to keep eyes on you and performs another checkup.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet,
I'm so
Traveler?
sorry.
All right, let's get ready.
I did not even answer Paimon. Great.
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Alright. Let's go.
Rev the engines!
Hold on, let me get a refuel. Alright.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
Oh look, it's Ororon as well.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Ororon. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
But it looks like he's still in that trance as well.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
What the hell? How do you say his name?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Oh, interesting.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
Bet. Let's go.
On my count. 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Do I get to use
Still
Citlali?
trying to
No?
resist?
Bet.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Here we go. Whoa, why is your voice like so low?
Oz revealed by decided by destiny. Let me
Here I
scry.
come.
Wrath from the sky! Full throttle!
Look at him.
Shadows of fate. Fate is upon you.
Light of the blazing sun!
Alright. Oh my god, 200,000. Let's go.
Went too far.
Wait, 200,000 or was it 20,000?
Ororon!
I think that was 20,000.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other granny.
Excuse me? Other granny? Huh?
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a granny.
I guess
How
you
many
could be
times have I told
right?
you?
I
It
don't know.
doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
I guess Paimon doesn't fit that bill.
He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh,
They mentioned he was 20
your
though.
words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Oh.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Oh. The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it's to be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? No, do you treat everyone like your gramps or grannies?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
I
And
guess.
do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
That is natural
so
normal
you do
parent
remember,
work
and
right
you just
there.
chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
It really is. I'm mother in
You
the sun
won't
right
always
now.
be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Whoa,
I'm
chill,
sorry,
damn.
Granny. I'll be more careful next
pissed.
time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance.
Uh,
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
Okay.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your
Ask you about that right
vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
now. It really
If
does
you
talk a
do
lot
come
more
face
different
to
than you
face
did
with the
earlier.
Pyro Archon,
Who
the
knows?
first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
Oh,
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
yeah. No clue.
Oh. Right.
Okay. Back to the chambers. So we're not gonna speak with the Capitano yet? I just wonder if that was Ororon or not, or is that something else or somebody else? I don't know. Return to the city, and Citlali brings you to the speaker chamber, where you recount everything that has happened to Ororon.
I see. So Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon, please report back to the speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal.
Alright.
Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me,
No,
Ororon.
it's bye-bye for now.
We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, other Granny.
Sir Granny? This new grandson of mine is way too polite. So you'd call Aether... Oh. So it was him. So he calls Aether Gramps. The look on his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my promise. Okay, so we are gonna talk to them, so that really was him. Very interesting. I wonder what that means for him. What's his motive? He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Citlali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
You pull Paimon aside, telling her everything you saw while you collapsed.
That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Ororon, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more evidence.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together.
Oh, that was
We
like a
still have
companionship,
another
even
whole
though
day
people
before
don't
the
really
meeting,
like Paimon.
so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Alright. Okay. Wait until 20 the next day, babe. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. So, why would... Oh, I'm really interested. So, is it that Ororon doesn't also believe Mawika? Or maybe he senses something? He knows something? We'll see. It's gonna be quite interesting. Or maybe it's because of his abandonment? Maybe? Guess we'll see. Go to the agreed location. Where is that? Where? Oh, here you go. Alright.
Try and stop me!
Alright. Oh, I recognize this place. I got like a chest here, I think.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
We'll only find out. There he is.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Oh, his old tone came back. It's not like the one for Granny. I mean, for
You
Citlali.
shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
No, what does that
Oh,
mean?
so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this? Let's get straight to the point. Okay, nobody's around.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent.
Oh.
The fact that you showed up proves that I was right
Oh
about
my
your
god,
character.
bro! I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks.
Yeah.
Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
And why is that?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times,
I did.
I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Mawika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
Maybe.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan.
The music reminds me of a
To be
certain
frank,
game, but I can't
it's an
put my
exceedingly
finger on it.
risky plan. Will the heroes really appear?
I think I'm
And
thinking of
even if they
Cynthia.
come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Maybe.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
Okay, painful cost.
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses.
Every Fatui has their own motive for each
My
region.
fear
It's
is that
very
given the
interesting.
enormity of the
Could be
decision,
good,
she will be
could be
reluctant
bad,
to confront the
or
dire
maybe both.
reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just by your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with the backup plan? Oh, okay.
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
But what? Oh. Oh, somebody's coming. Who's it?
Someone's here.
Who? Who's it?
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Well, yeah, he's gotta go.
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Oh. Is it Citlali? I knew
Something.
it. Oh!
Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
So I knew it. It was Citlali. She just came out of nowhere.
Citlali? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler.
Oh,
I must
really?
say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
Uh-oh.
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
It's the point of this.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain
Very
yourself.
hard stuff
What the
going
heck
on
are
right
you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny.
It's like Ororon came
feel
back
so
at like
guilty.
5 a.m.
You! That's it! Where are my tools?
Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
swear
whoa,
if I
whoa.
don't teach you a lesson
What do you mean?
right
What do
here
you
and
mean
now,
those
I'll-
tools? Huh?
Wait, Citlali! Please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Ororon for me, okay?
Okay. Also, I want to try to level up Ororon because I want to see if I can use him. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Who's the other person? I had somebody else. Oh no, I guess only him. I want to see if we can do Ororon to level him up. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Ororon's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Alright. Look at that, he's smiling at me. Alright, still got more than 30 minutes. But you're gonna need to give me a second, because I got something to do really quick. And you should not hear it. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to, try to fix myself a little bit because I had my throat and my nose, so I try to fix it. It'll probably come back, but I did all I can. I'm still coughing, obviously. Anyways, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna talk. Unless Citlali's about to be taken out or something.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it!
Oh my goodness.
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then
There's so much parent
ask a
talk in
different
here.
question.
That's crazy.
What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Oh, don't wall me. Looks like Ororon has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Well, we've been through a lot, so...
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me?
Oh,
you
this
say
made me a
all
little
the right
sad.
things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables.
Damn!
I don't need anything from you.
Okay.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
It's one of his animals, probably.
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he
Oh.
must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you.
She is really on mom right now, though.
Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
What? What?
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
But I'm also curious. What happened?
That's not it, Granny.
Oh, the music's fading. Whoa. There's something off about his voice. Uh-oh. That voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon, where have you gone?
What? What?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
Huh?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Oh, damn. I think that's his ability, by the way.
Instant! Ororon!
Actually, no. I don't think that's his
What
ability.
is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
Ah, it's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Ugh, little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Oh, Lord.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Ororon would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster if to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Ororon's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. Okay. What was all that about Ororon's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Alright. There you go. Whoa, what the hell?
All right. Let's ride.
Alright.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Yo, it's okay. We can cover our own bill. I'm sorry. Paimon gets a secret food fund, so she could do the honors.
How did this become Paimon's bill? Citlali looks quite down on herself. All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlali.
That's cute.
Paimon will take care of it.
All right.
Hey,
Oh, she
come
does not
on
look
now.
Like, she did not
You
seem
won't
happy.
even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Yum. Okay. Go to the end. Oh, which is where I went earlier. Cool. Yoink. How you guys doing? You eating food, perhaps, while you're watching this? Because, you know, Genshin's basically like a very long movie. So, I think I did that during Fontaine. Yeah, I did that or, like, was grinding while I was watching. But now we get to experience it together if you would like to, so. That's also cool to do now. The three of you to walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Citlali begins chugging down a bottle after bottle of wine. Here we go. Let's see how this is gonna go.
What are you
Drinking
looking
her sorrows away, huh?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's
Yep,
drunk?
she's a drunkard. I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Well,
Oh,
we're
so you've
just
heard
attracted
of us?
to stuff like that.
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought
Especially
her
those
back?
with
No
more
wonder
design.
you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend
At least
time
your clothes are
with just
different.
anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Sure.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chanka leaves, Citlali downs a few more glasses, great, and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. Oh god. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Alright. Nah, she's drunk, bro. She got the anime eyes.
Citlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess.
I like that.
You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Citlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah.
Damn, bro, she choked.
And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid.
Huh?
Yeah, you.
Who? Me? I guess I'm a new kid. Who, me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston?
I guess.
You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Damn, bro. You know what? That's crazy.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open?
I was gonna say, is that an animation error? I thought it was an animation
Behind
error.
this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Whoa, 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 what's going on?
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Interesting.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
Oh.
Huh?
That didn't sound good. Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
Red alert, huh? What does that mean?
I'm gonna hurl.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Damn, she's forcing out the burps.
Phew.
WVA.
Okay, it's passed. That was a close
Damn.
one.
I don't have those
You had
burpees like
Paimon
this
worried.
anymore.
Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
We didn't ask about that before.
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
Yeah.
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
For what?
Not. Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
That's true.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about
I
to
guess
say.
it also depends on the person you're talking to.
No,
obviously.
that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Shame.
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You described the events that took place during Ororon's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Okay. Citlali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts. Oh boy.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes.
Oh.
I was just picking something generic.
Hold on, sorry. Let me hear that again. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I just need to read this again. You had every right to complain about this thing. I can't take it anymore. Oh, that's what I was referencing. Okay. get it. I was like, what was she referring to? Are you okay? You look dejected. Thankfully, they put that.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
What things?
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Hold on, give me one moment. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Gotta go up.
Rev the engines!
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh, we're at the stadium. Okay.
Well, great view, right?
Oh,
I love coming here by
kind of
myself.
reminds me of the Wind Bloom Festival, which I should probably put that video out. Guess we'll find out.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Yeah.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe
I
like
don't know if you heard
this.
that. I kicked my PC on accident.
I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
Yeah.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eastley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Paimon's right. And plus, we've seen a lot of eccentric people in this game, so...
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me. You deserve to learn the full truth.
Okay.
Ororon's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child.
Correct.
The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen,
Soul
capable
is
of bringing about illness
incomplete?
and misfortune.
What do you mean
No one
incomplete?
knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls.
Oh.
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Oh.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
That's right. Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Ororon, would be sacrificed in the process.
I see.
I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Ororon escaped with his life.
It failed?
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, it's not his fault.
Right.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, but that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
Agreed.
Friends. I like the sound of that.
Oh, that was cute.
Ororon's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless. We should just be upfront.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's go to bed.
Alright. Alright. I think that's a great place to end the first video off right now, because if we continue, it'll be quite the abrupt. into the video. So that's gonna do it for this video. So whenever I'm done grinding, whenever I need to grind again for Persona 4 Golden, I will be back with the continuation as we go ahead and we tell Malvika what has transpired so far, and then I'll probably head on to whatever else we're doing next, or probably back to Xilonen or something like that, or back to Citlali. We'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Good night, good evening, or good morning, depending on when you see this. I'll see you guys next time, as I already said it. Alright, bye bye for now. Woo, yeah. Bye bye.